All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm the Doc Bob Lee, and I'm on the line with my buddy, Assemblyman Michael Blake. And there's a lot of things happening that we think that you should know. We have the Bronx Foundation. We have the elections pushed back to June 23rd. Everything's going to happen all together. The DNC convention was pushed back. Assemblyman, tell us about it.
Well, Dr. Lee, good to connect with you. Obviously, this is a new world for all of us.
Yes,
and we're all trying to figure out how to endure it all. Thoughts, prayers with everyone. This is not easy. And for all families impacted, I'm going to start there. Too many calls coming in that we all don't want to receive. Look, why are we here right now and chatting in this way? It's because it's a new reality, right? And that I think we have to understand that life has changed as we know it for all of us. And how do we now endure and make that progress? I'm talking to you as we gear up for many things. One being, how do we help people immediately? And this is from food to jobs to small business relief to healthcare.
Yeah.
The nonprofits. So we have launched a Bronx emergency relief effort. If you go to thebronx.org, you'll see the ways we're going to help people. So, for example, World Central Kitchen, we're getting out more than 15,000 meals a day to families who need it throughout the Bronx. We're partnering up with DreamYard and the Knowledge House and Meta Bronx to help with technology needs for young people and families who are trying to figure out remote learning. Yeah. Small business relief, the Third Avenue Business Improvement District. So a lot of things happening on that front, but I just want people in the Bronx to know first and foremost, this is why we're here. People need to know you're going to help them, and we're ready to help.
Well, we always appreciate you. You're a brother that's out there doing a lot of things on many fronts, and thank you for being on the front line for our community. Also, they pushed back the elections. Everything is happening for the first time on June the 23rd. Explain that.
So, we were supposed to have the presidential primary in New York, April 28th. For everyone that was in Queens and connected to Queens, there was going to be a special election March 24th for their borough president. But reality, we had to combine everything. And so the first piece to realize is we don't know how the process is going to be yet. Many of us are pushing for absentee voting and for vote by mail. Those are not automatic within the Constitution here in New York. And so what I would really encourage you is, if you're concerned about what's happening with making sure democracy is exercised, help us. We're pushing forward an effort on online voter registration. It's actually my bill.
Yeah. And you have a young lady from CUNY. She goes to John Jay College, Jessica Rosario.
Yeah, Jessica has been a phenomenal champion in advocating for that. She hosted a Zoom call last week to communicate with people about what's happening around this. Yeah. It's a bill that I'm working on with Senator Zelnor Myrie out of Brooklyn. And so we want to make sure we continue that attention and that push for all of us. That's bill number 8473.
Yeah.
So that people can be aware of that. Again, 8473.
8473.
But when we think about what's happening June 23rd, President, Congress, State Senate, State Assembly, all of us are going to be that same day. And so, I know people are home. We're all taking our precautions. But, we have to make sure that we exercise our right to vote, and we have to make sure that we fill out the census for participating that way. So the two things I'll say to everybody, if you want to learn more about what we are doing, text the word Blake to 66539.
Yeah.
Text Blake to 66539, and then we'll follow up with information there on how you can get involved. BlakeForCongress.nyc, of course, is our website to find out information about what we're doing for COVID relief and the elections. But also on the census, before we even talk about what's happening June 23rd, we need everybody to be filling out the census. So go to 2020census.gov for that.
And you can go online. If you don't want to open up your door, just go online and do it that way.
That's right.
DNC convention pushed back. Did we mention that? I mentioned it in the beginning, but
man, again, a lot of things moving. We are supposed to be happening in July. We're now moving the DNC convention till the week of August 17th. You know, the D that I wear here in my lapel is I'm one of the vice chairs of the Democratic National Committee. And so we have that responsibility of making sure we keep people safe and thinking about how do we nominate a Democrat to defeat Donald Trump, because, you know, as we are talking through everyday life and policy, we have to understand that politics is relevant.
Yes.
And Donald Trump and the Republicans took terrible steps that we cannot ignore right now. And it's a blatant, direct reality. Unfortunately, people are going to be ill and going to pass away because of the terrible decisions of Trump. So, yes, the week of August 17th will now be when the Democratic National Convention will happen.
Yeah.
Still don't know the logistics around everything. But as we sequence all of this, go to Democrats.org to learn what's happening.
Yeah. Say it again.
Democrats.org.
You got it. Okay. And finally, the budget. What's happening with the budget? I know we have to pass an extraordinary budget. Things are kind of out of whack, not in harmony right about now. But how's it looking?
You know, I made some very difficult decisions of voting against several parts of the budget. You know, and when I had the honor of working for President Obama, Vice President Biden in the White House, something that was always said is that a budget shows your priorities, a budget shows your values. And so the capital budget that was put forth, while there are good things in it, funding for Bronx Community College and other schools, for example, I voted against it because I could not in good conscience vote for a budget that had $450 million new dollars on prisons, but $0 new dollars on public housing in New York City.
I see.
We have a budget coming forward that again I voted against as it relates to Medicaid cuts. It's unconscionable to me that we would have Medicaid cuts in this environment, and then also rolling back parts of bail where there's going to be new crimes listed that are considered for bail. And when I said often, and I feel this way very strongly, Dr. Lee, I could not, in good conscience, lock up more Black and brown people. So when these decisions are made, and I'll be posting them on our Twitter page and Facebook and everything, and our website, nyassembly.gov, I really want people watching to listen and hear us that difficult decisions were made to do the right thing for our people. Absolutely.
And we thank you once again for all that you do. Give us those websites where we can reach you and get more information on everything that you just spoke about.
So everybody, we all are on our phones nonstop, 24/7. Even when you fall asleep, I'm sure it's in your hand, right? So text Blake to 66539. Text Blake to 66539 in order to get updates that we're getting out to people in real time. You give us your email address, we'll follow up with you. Text the word COVID, COVID, to 692-692. If you do that, you'll get COVID updates from New York City. Go to thebronx.org to learn about our Bronx emergency relief effort. Again, that's 8 verticals: food, small business, nonprofit, housing, healthcare, equity and justice, micro grants, education, connectivity, all these ways we're going to help you right now. So thebronx.org. And then lastly, if you want to find out what's happening with us, go to nyassembly.gov for our official information, or blakeforcongress.nyc for political information. A lot of things happening. Follow us on social media, MR Mike Blake. I know I'm giving y'all a lot, but I want y'all to stay connected. These are the moments.
You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot.
What's happening? That's why we got our gloves. You know, we're going to be out here even with our gloves to keep it going.
You stay safe, Assemblyman.
Thank you, Dr. Lee.
Stay safe. And thank you for all that you do. You're on the front line, man. Thank you. I see you out there. I see you out there.
We're out there, and we're going to be out there even more. We've been serving food. We're doing it safely. We have social distancing. But if anyone needs a meal, if anyone needs help, every single day, you can go to Bronx Draft House or to Bistro. Bronx Draft House is at 884 Girard Avenue. Bistro's at 135 Alexander. No questions asked. 12 p.m. We'll have food available. Don't let pride be the reason why someone's hungry and hurting right now.
We love you, man.
Love you too,
for all that you do.
Thank you.
Assemblyman Michael Blake, and DNC Vice Chair, and he's running for
Congress in New York 15. BlakeForCongress.nyc.
We appreciate you. We love you, man.
Love you too. Bless you.
Bless you too. We'll take a break and we'll come back with more next.